Hi guys, I'm Ari with Ari RN. Welcome to my channel. Recently I made a video reviewing BuzzFeed Tasty's recipe for cheddar jalapeno bread. I really liked it, wanted to share it with you guys, so without further ado, here's the video. Alright, so according to the recipe, we start off with bread flour, and today we're using Pillsbury's Best because that's what they had at the grocery store. So that's 3.5 cups of bread flour. So there's the 3.5 cups of bread flour. We're gonna put that in this bowl here. Okay. Next is 2.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Put that in the bowl with the bread flour. Okay, next is 2 jalapenos seeded and coarsely chopped. So it doesn't look like a lot, so I'm just gonna cut like all the little pieces in half, just that way so it's more evenly distributed in the bread. All right, now we're gonna put that in with the bread flour and the cheese. All right, next is a tablespoon of salt. Oh shit, okay. A tablespoon and a little bit more. Okay, now we're gonna just mix all of this together. I think that's good enough. Okay, and now we have 2 cups of warm water. Yep, 2 cups. And we're gonna pour it in a separate bowl that I'm hoping is big enough to mix all of this in. Okay, and then the next thing that it calls for in the warm water is 2¼ teaspoon of instant yeast. So I'm gonna measure how much this is because it comes in a packet. And we'll see. Grocery store, this was the only brand that they had. It's instant yeast. And we're gonna see how much is in here. So we need 2¼ teaspoon. I hate the smell of yeast, by the way.
That's the smell.
That doesn't smell like anything yet. Okay, anyway. So this is about 1. 2.
Yeah, I smell it.
Oh no, it smells fine now.
I don't like it.
And then, yeah, so 1 packet. 1 packet is 2¼ So yeah, that works. So just 1 packet. Great. Okay, so now we just pour our bread flour and cheddar and jalapeno mixture into the warm water with the yeast. Okay, so according to the instructions, you just move it around until it's mixed. Once the dough is dough and it's nice and wet, you turn it 8 times. Okay, so we're mixing this until it's wet. And honestly, I feel like this is more flour than what their video had, because this is looking really dry and hard. But they did have a glass bowl and mine is not glass. This shit looks dry. Oh my god. And the other guy's video, his was soup. I used 3.5 cups, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, my arm hurts. I may have to let my husband take over. Okay, so he's gonna get it nice and moist. You gotta, go ahead. And then I'll turn it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video and make sure I used enough water and not too much flour, right?
That looks dry.
Yeah, feels dry. Is all the flour wet though?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so it says fold it 8 times. Oh man. This is not the same, let me tell you. Okay, that was 1 fold, sorry. That was 3. 4. 5. I really want to add some more water. 6. 7. Are you laughing? 8. Okay. All right, so I guess it looks fine. I didn't want to add more water because I didn't want to alter the recipe. The point is to see how their recipe is and how it turns out. So I don't want to use my dish towels because I use those to like dry my hands, dry dishes sometimes. So I'm gonna use this clean, brand new microfiber cloth, and we're gonna rest it for an hour. Okay, so the next step was to go ahead and turn it 7 more times after it's rested, and then you cover it up, and then you rest it for an additional 30 minutes. And then at that time, you should go ahead and preheat your oven to 450 because that's probably going to take a little while. And then you need to preheat your Dutch oven. So I'm just now preheating my oven. I had it preheated earlier, but I did it a little bit early and the house was getting really hot. So the bread has to rest for 30 minutes. So I'm going to preheat it now, but you're also supposed to preheat your Dutch oven for 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to preheat the Dutch oven in the oven. So this is my Dutch oven. It's a large cut. This is my Dutch oven. It's a large Dutch oven. That's a tongue twister. I got it from Walmart. It was about, I think it was $40, like $39.99, and it is really heavy. It's ceramic coated cast iron. So this is what I'm using. I bought it specifically for this recipe, so hopefully it works out well. All right. So next you find a little workspace and you put some bread flour down so that the dough doesn't stick. And this is what it looks like, which actually looks kind of good. Okay, and then you sprinkle a bit more, if I recall correctly, bread flour on the top there. I think you're supposed to press it a little bit. I no longer have my husband to record, so kind of trying to wing it. Okay, then you grab the corners and you fold it onto yourself. Unfortunately, I need 2 hands for this, so I can't record that part. Sorry. Okay, so I folded it and then I flipped it over so the folded part is underneath. Next, I'm going to put some parchment paper down, and I'm going to put this on the parchment paper. I'm going to take a tablespoon of olive oil and a brush, and I'm going to brush it with a tablespoon of olive oil. Then I'm going to add, I think it's a half a cup of cheddar cheese to the top, and then you add your sliced jalapeno. So that's next. So this is about a tablespoon of olive oil. Just gonna dip my brush in it. And
Oh, so pretty.
I'm going to olive oil this. Thanks, babe.
Yes, I return.
I need a new brush. I'm guessing this is just so that the cheese and the jalapenos stick though. So I don't think, well, I don't know. You don't really want it to be ashy either. And they probably want a crust on the outside, so it makes sense. I'm super excited now. I think I'm hungry.
It looks better than Buddy's.
Okay, and then we have half a cup of the same sharp cheddar cheese, right? Yeah. and you put that on the top. As best you can. Okay, and then I think this is where we cut it. Same knife I used for the jalapeno. Ooh, was that too deep? Too deep. Too deep.
Put cheese in and cut more.
That might have been a bit too deep, but you know, whatever. And then I sliced up one jalapeno. I'm just gonna place these. It's gonna be like extra spicy. Okay, so this is my red Dutch oven. I just took it out of the oven and it's preheated. It is a different color than it was when it went in. I have to read the instructions, like maybe that's what it does. Hope so. Hopefully it'll be fine. Carefully put this in your preheated Dutch oven. Drop that shit in. Don't risk burning yourself. This shit is hot. Okay. And then it says to bake for 30 minutes with the lid on and then 20 minutes with the lid off. So we'll be back and see how it turned out. Move. Like, I literally cannot wait to even smell it. Oh my God. It smells so good. It looks so delicious. I cannot wait to taste this. Oh my God. It says to let it cool for an hour. That's most certainly not gonna happen. I'm so hungry. Now it is 11:23. What do you say, babe?
Can you bring the charger when you come over here?
It's so crispy on the outside, so soft on the inside. We're about to taste it and I will let you know. I love it. It's delicious without anything yet, but I'm gonna add some butter. I would definitely do it again. And my pot went back to the regular color, so I guess that's just what it does. It's pretty cool. All right, thanks for hanging in there. I will say this recipe does take a little bit of patience. It takes patience making it, then you gotta wait for the dough to rise like 30 minutes, then another 30 minutes. You have to wait for your oven to preheat to like 450, I think it was, and then have to wait for your Dutch oven to preheat. Then it has to cook for an hour, so it is a little bit of a process, but honestly, I do feel like it was well worth the wait. That's it for the video. Like I said, we really liked it. I will say the only negative thing about it was my bread was a little bit dense. I think that was probably my fault though. Looking back on the video, I think I used maybe a little bit too much flour. When you're measuring for anything, whether it be like medication or for a recipe, you want to kind of put the measuring cup like on a flat surface. Stop.
I'm not doing it.
On a flat surface, and you want to kind of be eye level with it to make sure that the measurement's correct. I really didn't do that, probably because I was kind of just focused on getting the video done. So that was probably my fault. Other than that, I thought it was delicious. I do want to add, this is our first video, so take it easy on us. Since we recorded that video, we have since then gotten better lighting. So hopefully we'll figure it out. If you have any suggestions, you can just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, please go ahead and click the like button. If you're feeling extra generous, subscribe to our channel. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.